What is up, Dragon Ball family? This is Stephen Martin with Team FOE x PPG, and I'm back again with another baby deck profile. Shocker. This was for our recent store championship where I went undefeated. Let's go ahead and get into it. We know the leader, baby. Everyone's favorite leader. Swing, draw a card. Awaken, add 4 life, draw 2 cards. Tuffle's the real star here. You know what it does. Reduces all your blue counter skills in the deck outside of the 8 mostly by 1. You can take a life, and then put a card on the bottom of the deck from your hand. Pretty simple stuff. Everyone should know by now. I've seen it a million times. Move that over there. Let's get the SCR out of the way. Baby Hash, not much to say. Ends the turn. Pretty much every single time you play this. Counter, discard a card. They go, wow, that's crazy. And then they pass the turn. Let's go into the floodgates. Got 1 prospects. I'm probably going to bump this up to 2 again. If Dark Broly, especially if Belmont's going to stay how Belmont is. It's a mess right now. Shenron doesn't really exist anymore. Aggro-Sen at least. So I think 2 will be good in the main. I think I have 1 on the side right now. Every time they attack something higher than energy, I have to bottom deck 2 cards. Got 2 Ready to Rumbles. In my next build, this card's gone. We'll talk about that later. But pay 3, it counters the attack. The rest of the turn, they have to sacrifice an energy to attack. It costs too much. Current meta. We have 4 of everyone's favorite. Sun Gohan Baby's Minion. Pay 2, you do this. They have to bottom card every single time they attack. Super annoying. They're not running answers on the main deck. It almost always ends the turn. If they fight through it, you usually can push back and end the turn with them losing like 5 cards. You just big banging 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, wow, that's great. Speaking of, we have the extra card negates. We got 4 Revenge Big Bang and 4 Dimension Magic. I can do this correctly. Dimension Magic simple. Pay 1, untap 2, negate Big Bang. Same thing. Pay 1, untap 2, negate. Except you draw a card of Big Bang. Coombs was talking about how they should have limited this card to 1, and I kind of agree. It's kind of the most busted card in the game. For Baby, at least. It's so good. Every time someone hasn't seen Baby and they're playing against me, as soon as I resolve that card, like, you did what? You untap 2 and draw? I'm like, yeah, sorry. So I think if they would have limited this to 1, it might have helped a little bit with Baby. Got 4 Meki Orbs, just the regular negates going now. I'm going to cut this down. I don't know, 3, maybe 2, maybe none at all in the future build. But 1 drop, 3 stands. Yep, 15k body. With silver bullets, everyone's main in silver bullets nowadays. It's miserable. And if not, they're side decking it. So Meki Orb gets worse and worse by the day. 2 Protector of other people. You know what this is for. It's for the soon-to-be banned, hopefully, KV first turn kill deck. 1 negate, discard a card. Every time they attack the leader with the battle card the rest of the turn, you get beamed. It's great. The Baby is pretty much a blue-black deck at this point with how many black cards you run. It's getting a little insane. 2 God Sealing. Your Unison, we'll see later, is Majin Buu. You don't play it till turn 4, so I don't see the necessity to go up on this. Some people run 3. We have 2 Apes. See no reason to go lower or higher. This weekend in the webcam event, I ran 1 in best of 1. I don't play best of 1. I'm not good at best of 1. And it felt terrible. I was always looking for it. It felt like really wouldn't recommend doing that. Have 3 Diabolics. I'm probably gonna go back up to 4 on this in the next build. I felt like I was always looking for it. Pay 2, untap 1, bottom deck anything 4 or less. Good card. Get you a body, gets rid of one of their threats, or a silver bullet most likely. Let's go into more removal. We got 1 Sun Gohan and Piccolo, Skill Sharpened. You discard it, pay 1 blue, bottom deck 2, 3 drops or lowers on their field. Great card. Not much to say. 2 Kamis. Card's amazing. Originally, it was in the deck for Mecha to get rid of the 3 drop. It also helps against wide boards. Yeah, pay one, draw the card. At worst, you pay one and draw the card. And if it does come in handy, it has deflect. You pay two. Everything four or less ignores barrier, gets it out of there. Got one secret ID. Moving into our how many, like 12, 13 black cards in the main board. It's crazy. Secret ID, Overwhelm for 6, 0 energy. You get up to 6 energy worth of stuff off their board and a swing. It's great. In the games where you can't slam Fu, he's really good. 1 max power. This is generally to remove Demigra's the 5-drop Frieza and Cooler if they play it before 5, which they probably will slam it on 3. Gets rid of it, and if not, you pay 1 to negate, and you can warp 4 cards to put it back in your hand and use that at a later turn. Super combos: 2 Zenos, 2 Vegetas. Not much to say here. I've always ran the split. I think it's always the best split. You either need the card draw, usually offensively here, and then here when you get silver bullets, you can pick up an energy and restand energy. It's like a pseudo Senso Bean. We got Unison. Everyone knows it. It's oppressive. Very important that you have 3 SPRs and 1 SR. Don't forget that. If you don't do it, it's wrong. So Majin Buu, you pay 4. You 0, you draw a card. At the start of your opponent's main phase, you untap Buu, which is a blocker, double strike, 20k, and 1 of your energy. And then on their turn, when they summon the battle card, you can -1 to bottom deck any battle card, not ignoring barrier. Card is so good. You feel so safe once you actually can get it down, especially going in the 5 when you untap. Oh, it feels so good. And we got 2 Dripes. I feel like the format was going to be a little slower outside of the KV because people are going to start playing like Hatchiyak and stuff like that, which was accurate. Played against 1 Hatchiyak, and the slower matchups are so good. You either combo out early, draw 2, discard it to hatch. Great card. Only like newish card that I absolutely love. We got 2 of these Son Goku Calamity Challengers. Okay, so this doesn't go for the deck. Like, it's not made for the deck, obviously. None of the 17-4 cards are really good, except if you ignore the bottom part, you can see that it's a deflect blocker, 15k, that you pay 1 for, and draw a card. So it says blocker, but generally I'm paying, it's like turn 3, I'll pay 1, play them, draw a card, swing lead. It's more pressure in Baby, which we need, honestly. It's getting rough. I want to run more of these, I think, in future builds. It felt good every single time I cast it, put pressure on. I know you're struggling, when you're saying a 15k for 1 is, it's obviously like, it's honestly like those 1-drop blockers, except it has deflect and there's a 15k. Like, it's a power crept 1-drop blocker that draws a card. We got the boys. Android 17 should have been banned, and Fu shouted. Both of these bombs are incredible. Android resets both your hands, draw nothing, swing 30k crit. Usually they're dead at that point. Fu can't do nothing, pay 6, overwhelm 10, comes in, turns off everything but your leader. If they've never seen the card before, they act super confused, and it's just like, I can't do anything? Yeah, sorry, man. You can't even activate Sensu Bean, you can't activate nothing. Usually how you get the kills in the deck. Last main board card, we have 1 Jiren, because I play Baby, and I know that if I play another Baby player, we're not ending the game 2 or 3. So if I win game 1 on them casting Turn the Tide, cool. GG, move on to the next round. Okay, let's go to the sideboard, which is a complete mess right now. We have 1 unexpected turn. Card's great. Mike got me in it in Houston. Won him the game. We got, if your opponent has, it's very confusing, as people know. If your opponent has 3 more battle cards, in play with energy cost of 2 or more, the battle card your opponent being played, the battle card your opponent is playing is being placed in the drop area instead, and then you choose all battle cards with energy cost 2 or less, ignoring barrier, and send them to their owner's work. So, in decks like KV, where they have like a switching gears on board, a Tau on board, they have it, and then they slam down their second Mai or something to try to push for game. You go, awesome, tap 1, unexpected turn, the Mai goes to the drop, Everything lower, all the 1-drops, the Bardock, all of that goes to the warp. Feels wonderful. Super good card. We have a Food the Dark Master. This card's weird. I don't know. I think I put it in for the slower matchups. I think like hat check and whatnot, because I thought I was gonna see hat check. Didn't really see play or use it. You pay 4 overwhelm 8. It's got triple attack, and every time they activate a skill while it's on the board, they have to warp a card. Well, it's coming out of the main of the sideboard. Another prospect's on the side, just in case Dark Broly. Very good card. We had a Final Hope Slash, more or less for Silver Bullets again. I hate this card. Legends always coincidentally put it back in the deck, and then I immediately take it out. So it's getting taken out. If you have a Unison in play, which our Unison doesn't come down to 4, it's free, and it untaps 1 and returns anything 15k or less ignoring barrier to their hand. So obviously then you would be able to Diabolic or something to get it removed. 1 more max power on the side, 1 more Sun Gohan, Piccolo, if I feel like I need the removal. Typically felt like I need another max power. Dominguez's a good card. Didn't side this in much. 1 usually feels good because you can get rid of 2, 3 drops or less. And then at that point you stabilize, get Boo down, and start taking over the game. We have 1 Assesco Tank's Absolute Unison. It's a dual tag blocker, but the important part is the -3. You can choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place them at the bottom of your deck. This is mainly for Mecha Frieza and that 3-drop. I know Mecha's not as much in the meta, but it does exist, and it's still strong against Baby, particularly. So you can get rid of that 3-drop, or get rid of Silver Bullets if you feel like this is good enough on 4. We have 2 Clash of the Masked Warriors. This is my King Cold Respect card. What it does is, as activate battle, you can choose one of your opponent's Unison cards. Your opponent may remove a marker from it, and if they don't, you don't take damage from attacks Unison cards with Strike for battle. So basically what you do is they swing with their Unison Triple Striker and dump their hand when you're at 3 life, and you pay 1 and remove a marker, which removes the Triple Strike because of how the game works. And basically you take 1. It's kind of like a Black Mask Saiyan, whatever his name is. The guy you pay 1 and discard, take a crit of life in black, but I can't run that, obviously. So that's my alternative to King Cold. We have 2 of the Supreme Kai of Time Disruptor. This is a 1-drop counterplay, comes in, and they can't attack. He draws a card when it comes in, and then for the rest of the turn, they can't attack with 2 or less. So this is for King Cold as well. They can't attack with their 1-drop Borgos, 1-drop Bardock, and very helpful. And then finally, 4 Deborahs for attempting to not lose to hand control. Playing Baby, so hand control is really rough. You got the 2 apes in the main, 4 Deborahs in the side. Hopefully they're not the great player, and you can figure it out, but hand control is really rough, but that's our only real answer currently in the game that I can think of. That is all, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll see y'all next time.